Welcome back to Solidified, the show where we don't care if we get into a little trouble. We just let them opinions fly. It's your boy KS, a.k.a. King Shiz.
It's your man Ali the Great.
It's Lola B.
You know, I always got to do my little
He do.
we got a special guest on the couch, the Solidified couch with you guys today. I'm going to let that man introduce himself.
What's happening, y'all? I go by Kota Santez, Kotasantez. You know what I'm saying? The kid out the A, the king out the A, Mr. K to the Izzo. T to the Izzo.
Hey, I told y'all, man, I got to let my man introduce himself.
And he got like the dumb smooth, like midnight.
Barry White joint.
104.1.
Quiet Storm
type voice.
That's how he come through, man. That's how he come through. Ladies, slide in Kota's DMs, man.
Okay.
He's ready for y'all, man. But yeah, man. So, Kota, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
What's good?
Where should I start?
Get your elevator pitch,
Start
man.
wherever you want to start. How'd you get into music?
How-
Let's start there, obviously.
I got into music, I say, like middle school, man.
Okay.
Like, started singing in chorus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like, I started, like, with orchestra, but it was like we weren't really learning no... You know what I'm saying? About no strings or nothing.
Real
Like,
deal,
it was a class called orchestra, and you was just sitting there talking about, like, music theory, basically.
Sounds
I'm with you.
It
I've been
sounds
in orchestra
typical
before. I'm
chorus.
with you.
I was in chorus, and that's
It's
what
like,
it sounded
like learning chords and all that stuff, it was like, that wasn't going through my head at the time. I was like, listening to, like, Get Rich or Die Trying.
That man said I was 50.
I'm trying to, like, prove my mom, like, yo, I can listen to this music. Let me listen to it. Like, this is like the parental advisor stickers on the CD.
Right.
So I'm like, coming up as a jit, like, my mom always loved listening to Tupac and Biggie. Well, Tupac a lot more than Biggie, but both between those two guys, they were, like, played in the house a lot.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So,
Mama's Gangsta,
100%.
OG, Triple OG.
100%.
Okay.
100%. You feel me? From there, it's like in the high school, you know what I'm saying, started learning a little bit more about singing, using my voice, you know what I'm saying, learning my voice, and then your voice is still growing. So it's like you're really trying to harness that while still learning
100%.
more about yourself as a person, because you're a child still. You're not an adult ready to, like, step out into the world as an artist. Even though you got, like, kid prodigies out here that start early, but you know what I'm saying? We see how sometimes that kind of like disturbs into that transfer,
That's
or
very
that
true.
transitioning stage into
Very
like
true.
manhood or adulthood or whatever. You feel me?
Right.
So I took my time with it, man. So like high school, I started learning how to produce. Had a couple of homies. They put me on like FL, like Fruity Loops and all that.
Yeah, Fruity
we
Loops.
would like do a lot of crazy stuff in high school, man.
Fruity
Like
Loops.
You from here?
yeah,
What high school you went to?
Cedar Grove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know
Shout out to
somebody
them
who went
boys,
over there.
man.
Grove.
Shout out to that football situation, man. We out there.
Shout out to that football situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just to kind of add on top of that then,
Yeah.
like, what was your moment, right, when you, like, fell in love with
He's like,
using,
this
like,
what I
hip-hop,
want to do. This
singing,
is it.
whatever it may be, because I know you're a combo.
Dog, I'm gonna be real, man. It was like when I first heard Kanye West, man. Like, it was like,
Yeah, he's
it was
on,
like,
okay.
It was like late registration. When I
Okay.
heard that,
Classic.
I was like, see, I kind of was in the age of like when College Dropout dropped. I was in middle school, and I really wasn't like focused on music. I was more focused on basketball. Basketball was my passion. You feel me?
Hooping.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You got skills, bro?
100%.
I mean, compare your game to somebody.
It's like, man, like from my hood, they would call me like Leandro Barbosa.
Oh, you got
Whoa.
Oh,
You
gas,
wearing
no
bags,
breaks, huh?
Gas, no breaks,
Okay.
cut guard, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? 2-2, like great defense,
Okay.
like know how to handle the rock.
I used to hate Barbosa. I'm a Laker fan.
Hey man, it's cool. I'm a huge Laker fan.
Yeah, okay.
I love
Okay.
Barbosa. No matter what team he was on, he went hard.
He went hard.
100%.
Like,
he a
and then
beast.
it's like when he got when he started that was some years like when Kobe was like in the octagon with like Boris D out.
Yeah.
And they started showing him as like I was like, yo, people are really
Boris
trying to get
D.
like.
out.
And I was like, no,
Throwing
like,
the names out, dog.
Okay.
Oh, bro, why, yo, you feel me? Like it was my passion.
I used to hate that team with Sean Marion and all them with the
Oh,
little,
man,
he had that little crazy
the
little
Suns.
jumper.
The Suns,
Phoenix
Suns,
was- yeah.
Steve
I hated
Nash,
them too.
Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, that was a
man,
squad
Phillies.
right
Now
there.
Mari's my dude. That's
Why?
my dog. Even though Steve Nash stole MVP from Kobe and Shaq, but
You
we can
know,
talk
I
about
won't
that.
say that, man.
Uh-oh, here it
One
goes.
of them, probably one of those years. Probably one
That
of
was
those
Kobe's
years,
for sure.
Probably one of those years. But if Kobe would have took the Lakers to the finals, then it would probably have been a bigger statement. It's kind of the same way with Giannis and
Lola's
Harden.
like,
I don't know.
I watch basketball, but
Sports.
not like this though.
But
I don't keep up.
But it was good.
He's-
It's cool that you brought that out,
Yeah.
right? Because I know we started off talking about just like what your, what your
Right.
moment was and how you said late registration and Kanye. But then my other question that I was gonna ask later on was if he wasn't, rapping, if he wasn't singing, what would be your occupation? What would you
Man,
have?
I'd be a
You said
hustler. I'd be
hooping.
some type of hustler, dog. It would be real talk, dog. Because I was at the same time I was playing basketball, and trying to like really listen to music, I was like burning hella CDs, bro. I was like the LimeWire kid.
Dang, that was the time right there.
Oh.
LimeWire, Fairshare,
Napster.
Frostwire. Like for real, you feel me? Like some way to get some bread out here. Like I was the guy that people would come to and be like, "Yo, I remember when Kryptonite by Purple Ribbon came
on that
and people did not know where to find that record."
That was me though. I used to always have the MP3s. I still got them.
You still got them in the cut. It's like you knew how to find them.
I still find the music right now.
You feel me?
But I mean, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey.
Real underground legend shit. You feel me? But
yeah, I mean, you rep the A for sure though. Like 100%. You know,
100%.
I rock with it like that. We get into the music like that. H to the Izzo. That remind me of like some Dungeon Family, Outkast.
Yeah.
You know, of course, with the whole sample on the chorus. But
yeah, man. Shout out to my boy J Aurora, man. He sent me that beat, and it was just like I was like kind of lost in that because it was a different drop in it, and I think it just came over me one night. I think I was like about to take a shower, no cap. And it was just like, and I don't know what it was. Like Pharrell said, it's like, yo, some of the best music is written when you're like in the shower. Right. And it was just like, dude, I'm like really feeling that.
That
I'm
meditation.
It's probably the correlation of being in the shower, like being relaxed in your own peaceful silo or something like that. That's probably what it is.
To your brain stimulus and stuff like that, being in the shower, the steam and stuff like that, it probably does something.
It's super relaxed. Yeah, I'm with you. So, all right, you know, and you started to talk about Late Registration and Kanye. So was it just the album itself that kind of made you fall in love with hip hop, or was it like
it was see, Kanye was like one of those guys that come in my life and like as a musician or like an artist of influence, kind of like Tupac, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Tupac was big with the attitude.
Yeah.
It's like you could say
thing.
like you could say Biggie like flow better than Tupac. It was like a little bit smoother for sure. You can see the difference.
I ain't gonna say that.
Like Tupac was more attitude. Like he was like his presence.
You felt Tupac when he rapped.
Exactly. His presence was felt. Biggie was like breezing with the wind with his flow.
He had a
100% agree with you.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a great analogy. That was very well put. And I can agree with that as well.
I appreciate that.
That's big.
Right, and shout out to Big.
Got my man on there because, you know, I talked about that all my life. Like, I've always been more of a Tupac fan, and I'm an up top East Coast guy. Yeah. And so Tupac, it was kind of like, damn, for real shit? Like, you kind of rocking with
I know that, dog.
more. But
I like that.
You rock with Pac more? And I'm like, yeah, because when he spoke, you listen. You know, he had that impact. It's kind of like, I say he correlates well to Nipsey because when he raps with attitude. Right, and he's giving you knowledge, right?
Believe
at the same time, right?
Rapping with a purpose.
And sometimes he's being real militant, or sometimes he's like, take care of the ladies, whatever it might be, right? But now
you got your undivided attention, though, like
100%.
Sometimes as I get around too.
But now that I've matured a little bit more, I've kind of moved towards more of, like, Biggie's my guy. Just when I listen to the way his bars and the way he flows and the way he tells his stories and stuff like that. And so I'm kind of like, I love them both, but Big is like, damn.
It's crazy that we gotta like those two. Like we gotta like pick and choose them too, though. It's crazy how they do that to us.
You don't have to, but I'm just saying who I gravitate towards.
But you know how they make it like it's like Biggie and Pac.
It's always Biggie and Pac. It's hip hop. And this is my saying to that. Like in reality, man, when you hop into this music game or you know what I'm saying, entertainment, art, it's all appreciation.
Right.
You feel me? That was the metric that you really, you know what I'm saying, you were taught in school. It's appreciation. Because it's like Biggie could never be Pac and Pac could really never be Biggie.
Nah.
It's true. You feel me?
So you definitely appreciate them individually.
And what they both bring to the game, to the
different attributes.
Yeah, I think it's just
you appreciate them both.
I think it's just a competitiveness in hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's why
what it's like.
That's cool, and I'm cool with that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? The competitiveness of hip hop is just
art at the end of the day.
It makes it better.
Right.
It sets the standard. It lets you know that we can still innovate with this because at the day we're still pushing ourselves.
Facts.
Right.
100%. So who are some of your inspirations? I hear Kanye obviously because he kind of sparked it off.
It varies, man. It goes all around. Like Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Marvin Gaye, Barry White, Bob Marley.
Barry White. The D, you know, he got the D voice over there.
Oh, my mother was in love with Barry White. Please don't even.
Quincy Jones.
Well, yeah, I expect that. Okay.
Like Teddy Riley, Kanye.
Bring us a little more current now.
More current, John Legend.
Okay.
As far as like rappers, I'll say Jay for sure.
Oh.
Tip's cool, man. Tip's very cool. I like Tip's. Like he's like a real militant, like direct flow.
And you know that's my man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy right there. Plug the A. Plug the A in there.
Dog, and it's like people give the A so much like slack. I remember coming up, people used to get an A so much slack about oh, our music's slow or da-da-da-da. It's like, bro, do you not see how many like different flavors of like texture we got out here of music?
Very true.
From like Shawty Low to the whole D4L camp, like 4 individuals already alone. They just got their own little split. They from Bankhead. But you take it all the way on to 20 East, you got like the Young Bloods that came out. You got like the Backwoods that came up.
Damn.
Trill.
You dropping the names. I mean, this is his.
Like,
so nostalgic. He just really took it back.
I came from the same school as Crime Mob. It was just like, this is like, dog, when I see that energy that we lived in, that energy, you talk about what a time to be alive. Like, seriously.
Agree.
Yeah, we had a good.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had a good run.
Agree.
You feel me?
Agree.
For sure.
Not to mention the OGs like Outkast and
100%. It's like
that's my favorite.
When I came down here, that's who I knew.
You can't go to no other city and find a mixture like that, man.
Right.
Outkast. Classics.
I'll give you that. Like, I'll give you LA.
Nah. I'm about to say.
I'll go LA.
I'm about to say the
like,
West Coast.
The West Coast has that. Y'all have that. You feel me? Y'all have that, but y'all do seek that trap. Like we got it. Like sometimes.
What you mean?
Like how Jim Jones will hop on a record, like an East Coast record, but it was like be out of his texture. He'd be like, yo, it's dope. But it's like Jay-Z was one of the first guys to do that with Big Pimpin'. You know what I'm saying? To bring like
or with that Juvie, that Hun, he got on that Juvie.
Exactly. It's like,
that's fair.
It's like, for me, it's like, I love regional crossing, man.
Right.
Because like a lot of people would say I sound like a Cali artist. It's like
I ain't get that.
I ain't catch that vibe.
Man,
from what I heard.
It's like, it's crazy. I've been told that like a lot of times. You feel me? And it's just like, damn.
I'm about to go back.
I'm from Atlanta, dog.
Like I told you, I got them Dungeon Family vibes when I heard that H to the Izzo.
And that's what I feel like that comes from like that funk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The old funk,
got you.
That George Clinton, the Funkadelics, all that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I like to say the West Coast got the nicest sounds, but I'm gonna be biased.
Be real with you. I got put on the hip hop through West Coast music.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. So there you go.
You feel me? Like Snoop.
You already see
that's why I would agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, all right. I feel it a little bit.
Yeah, I love the West
Maybe
Coast.
Maybe because I stay cool, like with the texture, like with the presentation of my music, I guess.
Right.
But it's like, nah, bro, that shit can get ratchet.
So what's your go-to album then? Like, what's your go-to album? Like, huh?
What's my standard?
No, go to like what's like favorite album at any given moment.
Yeah.
It's just been your favorite throughout, different times in your life today. Just period.
You can do that.
What do you never get tired? What would you never get tired of hearing?
And I'm driving and I just
You just like I can't think of what I listen to. What's my
Thriller?
You heard him?
Thriller.
Michael?
Really?
MJ.
Okay.
That's
Michael is special.
Super fire.
You know how I found out Thriller was so real? It's like only 9 songs, but it just does it right. It's like it was like, bro, I was playing 2K online, just competitiveness. It's like, bro, and it's like I can go from playing Tupac and I'd be like, dang, I just lost. Right?
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I popped that Thriller in.
My boy Michael special.
Bro, I was like going ham with Donovan Mitchell, like, yo, I'm like 40s.
Man, you talking busting ass.
Mike piped you up.
I was like, yo, I sat back, I was like, yo, did Pretty Young Thing just do?
Yo, Michael
take it to the next level.
Just turned up.
That's fire.
That's crazy. I was actually making a set list the other day, and I was downloading some Michael, and I was just like, damn, Michael shit is just so timeless, man.
Timeless.
And it's perfect. He's like the greatest artist
he's amazing,
ever, man.
Ever, dude.
That's crazy. I mean, we always talk about how Chris Brown was like the person who was supposed to take over for him, and then we all know what happened with Robin. But
with
Robin Fenty.
I don't think that changed it though, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch Mike, man. Because it's like you can only try. Fair. It's like Kobe and Jordan, man.
And after that, Chris has still.
We gotta stop doing that shit though. With the glass ceiling stuff.
Mike is Mike, man.
You should allow somebody to pass,
man.
Right? You want the student to surpass the teacher at some point and continue to push the culture forward. So we have to try better. But you're right. Nobody has surpassed
Michael's music.
Not this far.
I'll put it like this, man.
Yeah.
We can't say Michael didn't have his own set of controversy.
Right.
So it's like in the day, it's going to go down as controversy.
Right.
I just feel like Chris is a great entertainer, like truly a great entertainer, man.
Yeah. Special talent.
It's just like
Beyonce.
Why?
Here it goes.
Like truly, why? Like why do we
compare?
Like I said, we gotta appreciate. We get the influence. We get that, but Chris wasn't the first to come through with Michael's. Like, you know what I'm saying, influence. And one thing about it, Chris isn't the only artist to step up in those footsteps, to try to walk in those footsteps. But the thing about anybody that ever tried to be like Michael Jackson, that as a young jit that I really recognize, none of them ever had the discipline of a James Brown. You feel what I'm saying?
Another special talent.
Expound upon that.
Because you have to recognize where Michael get his influence from.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's like being a student of the game. You really have
That's
to
what I was
recognize
gonna say.
where,
Okay.
where did it originate from?
Besides Joe.
Besides Joe Jackson.
Hey, funny, crazy. Christmas just passed, and I was like at work, and I don't know what it was. It's like, you know how you have like songs just pop in your head,
Yeah.
Of the day. I saw mommy kissing
Santa.
I said, if Joe would have saw that,
Underneath.
if Joe Jackson would have saw that,
Joe would have
some ass.
tight. He would have been tight, bro.
I said, yo, that's crazy, man. I said, man, but in real though, like Michael, man, that's discipline, G.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely discipline.
Because that's attention to detail too. Because he was a perfectionist.
Yeah,
It's like he pushed the envelope through all the madness.
yeah.
But that also stemmed from like what you were saying, like coming into the game as a young child.
That's why I feel like Chris
he
Brown
missed a lot of that childhood
I
too.
feel like Chris Brown is so much of a master of his craft. Like
Right.
I feel like he's still open to the door, like of making that perfect album that he can make for his career.
He's underrated, man, for sure.
100%. Like, bro, it's the truth.
Agree.
Like,
Now like 50 tracks.
50 track albums and all be fired. Like,
You be like, damn,
you know what I'm saying?
this is
Like,
crazy.
how much cold does a diamond? Like, how much pressure does a cold need to really become a diamond, bro?
yeah, he's special, man.
You feel
And
what I'm
it's
saying? Like,
all them
Bars
controversies messed him
only.
up though.
Like, true. Like, you feel me? Like, I got a line, real talk. It says, what happens to a hip hop artist when he goes under pressure? Hip hop artist goes pop. You know what I'm saying? It's like the hip hop artist can't be real no more because he's chasing the
He
fame
going
of popular.
pop, yeah.
You feel me? He's going pop. So it's
We with
like
you.
he can't stay real no more. So it's to the point where it's like, yo, I gotta pay the way. I want to stay legit to my. It's like kind of
True
like
to
how
yourself.
Andre would say like Hollywood divorce. It's
Yeah.
like I'm making this, but I ain't making all of it back. It's not like I'm not getting my just dues. I'm not owning everything. I'm not owning what I created. I'm not owning what I manifest into the world.
Shouts Nip.
I know,
Sorry,
right?
look, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's the truth, man. Like Cass is on the path of like ownership.
Yeah.
That's what Prince was real super big on. I was listening to Prince the other day too. Like,
Prince.
another special talent.
Another reason why I back Tupac up.
Say it
You know
again.
what I'm saying? Another reason why I big Tupac up. Tupac was more than just an artist.
Right.
Holmes was like,
Yeah, he come from that Black Panther family,
bro,
man.
100%.
Yeah.
Like they let them know, like, yo, you're gonna have if you're gonna die, your records are gonna get post release after you die.
Right.
You kind of gave every artist that platform to understand that, okay, yo, the more work I keep putting in, it'll still pay off in dividends.
Right.
Whether it's based on legacy or the things I might have set behind. This is like truly a lineage of publishing. Bro, if I put it like this, so I'm an engineer, a mixing engineer, and this is where it's crazy. This is going to open a lot of minds of a lot of kids out here. A mixing engineer. If I engineer my session and it gets me in a position where I can actually, you know what I'm saying, engineer Jay-Z, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Eminem, or you just say Drake or whoever.
Yeah.
Yo, you know, understand, like, that record goes crazy, out of this stratosphere, hit record, which it probably will between any of those records. If it's
Get him
artists,
anything, it's gonna
you feel what I'm saying? It's going to get out of here. You feel me? You really just set yourself up to eat for a long time.
Right.
Because you're tied to the publishing of that record.
Right.
You're tied to the creation of that record. You know what I'm saying? So those guys,
This man dropping gems.
it's gems, G. You know what I'm saying? But that's just our culture. We're not tapping into our real culture, like, as a whole. We're just really sitting back and watching. We're speculating. We're letting the media always just keep us tuned in when we're supposed to be the ones having them tuned in. You feel
That's something
me?
we're going to talk about in a little bit, too.
Heavy.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a perfect segue into, like, just talking about the music in general, your music, right? Because we don't want to, you know, we can
Yeah, not really.
get on the soapbox and go through it. But you got a lot of tracks, man, that I'm fucking with, man. Like, it's amazing music, man. Bravery, I saw that was the tape that you had, you know, from a little while back. And everything on it, like, I didn't have to skip anything. I could just let it play, and it's because I like the vibe. I like that. Like, I just like how you bring the energy that you do to your music, and I can tell that it's more of an artistry thing to you than just I'm just a rapper. Like, I'm gonna come on here and just rap. Like, you really take
You can tell he
take
takes
pride in exactly what you do every time you lay down some type of track. So, just to kind of spit out a couple of my favorites already, just from listening to it. Of course, your newer track is dope. You know, Black is Beautiful is fire. Just because of what it's going to do for the culture. And I encourage you to continue to keep pushing it. And keep pushing that 100%. One. Because it's a dope single. But just to speak on some of the other ones, I like the Who Do You Love little freestyle that you had on it.
LL.
How you was just spitting to that. I like Stacking Money.
Okay.
That one clicked for me.
Yeah.
Easy. Beautiful.
Okay.
Was good. And then
My generation
She Got Soul
too.
was pretty smooth. I was like, this is
okay.
cool. So I like all of them, to tell you the truth. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all already know Solidified fam. If it's one or two, I'm just gonna say those one or two. But
yeah, it was a
my
strong
man,
two.
It was
a strong two. I
mean, he wouldn't have made it on if it was just two.
Yeah. We don't just sit anybody down.
Right,
But
true.
there was a bunch of them that I like, man. What about y'all? Did I already name like a bunch?
Yep.
You named those.
Some
I like My Generation, but
okay, yeah.
Black is Beautiful is the joint though. That's a culture. It need to be a culture classic, man. Like what inspired that song?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, dude? I was just moving into my apartment over there on Candler Road, like Flash Rose and Candler Road. Right? And I think like, dude, I didn't have a roommate at the time. I think I ended up calling my cousin. Shout out Lino. You know what I'm saying? I had my cousin. I'm like, yo, I got an apartment, bro. It's a 2-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You trying to, you know what I'm saying, move in? It's like, yeah, cool. So at the time, man, I had just like pawned like my speakers. I kind of like lost a lot of equipment.
You saw that PlayStation, did you?
Nah, I mean, I never had one. I got one like recently last year. You feel me?
Right,
no cap. Like that's when I started tapping in with 2K. That's another topic.
I may have to get you on that FIFA, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm with it.
I got that in here, so you know.
I'm all with it. I'm a PlayStation gamer, bro. I love that online vibe, bro. But I moved in my apartment, dude. I had these Elises. They're like $75 speakers or whatever. So it was just me, those Elises, my MacBook. Like, bro, my apartment was empty. No bed. Sleeping on the floor, lay my pallet down, just like, all right, cool, I gotta go to work.
Just a pen and a pad and a blanket.
And a blanket, G.
Okay.
You feel me? Everything
Humble
in boxes.
beginnings, sound like a J. Cole record right there, man.
Right.
Like, everything just in boxes, bro. Like, I take these clothes out for this week, for this, and that's it right now. Once I get paid, I might be able to go do something.
Right.
You feel me? So I had the mud type vibe, dog. Like, I'm at work, right? Now, the night before, I was just, like, performing in my, like, what it is, like, when I write records, certain records, when I'm ready to write them, I'm like, I'll put myself on a platform where in my head that I'm like on stage performing it already.
Okay.
Gotcha. So it's like, I'm feeling the vibe of the record. How can I work this record if it's really being played?
I'm with you.
It's like, okay, this is the only record that the producer sent to me. That means it's a very special record.
Right.
So I'm like,
this is the
most
one.
producers send me at least a few beats.
And pick one.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, the homie sent one beat. And it was like
that's the one,
this is the one, right? So, and I think, dude, like, God really taps into to people if you really tap into certain frequencies. Man.
I got
if
you.
you're in tune, you'll have a conversation way deeper than
100%.
most people will expect.
I agree 100%.
Like when y'all brought up She Got Soul was one of those songs that came to manifestation through like just like, yo, I might be kicking at the crib just vibing, but like it just hit me like that. Like
light bulb went off.
The light bulb just went off, you feel me? And it was just like, Black is beautiful. I'm hearing the beat as the instrumental. And yo, I ain't gonna lie though, like I broke out into tears. I was like, yo, I said, yo, God, you really got me saying, you got me speaking this?
Ooh.
Like, this is what I gotta say?
It's talking to your soul.
And you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just like, after I made that, that was the chance. I already knew that was gonna be the hook of it, right? So everything else was just up to me to just formulate. Hating all on our chocolate skin, envious of our melanin, loving our heart is elegant. We love our life, live it till the end. Why they copy us and just play pretend? Through the struggle, we make excellence. God made us and we haven't sinned. It's the soul that lives within. It's like, yo, how can I flow right there to make that to talk to the people?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Appreciate. But that's my grandmothers, they're still here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they pray, they 100%, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I know I gotta tap in a little bit more with them because it's like they know I'm busy, like trying to like bring that project into, you know what I'm saying, fruition, you feel me? And I do get like sidetracked. But it's to the point where it's like I had to really like apply the discipline. They always told me, yo, we got a family full of writers. That means you don't have to just always have raunchy songs, Kota. You can actually have a song that has some real substance in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not, you just not, that's not just you. You don't have to be everybody. You're a leader, honestly. Don't ever act like, don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my father and all them now, that's my grandmother, my father, my mom, and all them always raised me and my brothers, you feel me? So it's just like, walking in that, it's just always been me. So it's like, that's the respect I get from the streets or people in my community or just people just to know people in my family. Like, my family's huge, but it's like they recognize Kota as Kota, though. You know what I mean? So like when I wrote that record, I think I wrote that record in like November actually.
Okay.
I finished writing the record. I had a performance for Apache Cafe. It was like hip hop and poetry. It was like the first.
Your new location?
No, it's back at Apache.
I like that.
My name came up in Atlanta through stuff I was doing before I started touching Apache, but as the city, Apache Cafe was the staple.
I rock with Apache, man. I'm mad they moved.
Like, I would go there like every Sunday just to hop on stage.
Spoken word and all that?
Spoken word, and I was the only artist besides Malachi and a couple of other guys.
Who's Malachi? That's the brother with that deep voice?
Deep voice. He's
bro,
like,
that boy getting down, though.
To come through and actually be like, yo, this young guy is really bringing like some songs. Like he's bringing essence and performance in his performances. Right. It's like everybody's like the main hosts are like really like rocking with me, and it's just like it was a day that, you know what I'm saying, I remember one of the day it was like I was really down and out, and it was crazy that they really came and put me under their wing. You know what I'm saying? So it was to the point I ran with that, and it was just like, yo, I gotta take it as far as I can. It was teaching me the aspect of hustling with like selling CDs, and I was doing it. It was out the trunk mainly, but not to the point where it's like
seems like that's where it all starts.
Real talk.
It all begins.
I'm talking like selling out the trunk. People actually come up to you asking you to autograph because it's like, bro, I like it. You're gonna be something,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's how it was when I heard you perform, man.
Bro, I remember it was at a time before Bravery dropped. The singles for Bravery were "Picture Me Rolling,"
"Picture Me Rolling,"
"She Got Soul," and "My Generation." Okay. Because the reality of Bravery was my first mixtape, right? I came out with the branding of, my real name is Kota Santez Cameron. Mm-hmm. I go by Kota Santez on stage. My mom always called me Kota. Santez is my middle name. Nobody really has that middle name, so it's exotic. It's like, it's different. Yeah. So it's like, all right, cool, I'm running with that. It doesn't just put me in the realm of a rapper, you feel me? Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm rocking with it. I used to go by the name of Kodak, like before Kodak Black. Right. Like, everybody would call me like Kodak, you feel me? Like, this is how it really gets. Like, I remember in middle school, my first time, like, my middle school teacher, bro, she was my course teacher in middle school. Her name is Miss Hudson. Shout out to her. She's the GOAT.
Shout out to Miss Hudson.
Shout out to Miss Hudson.
GOAT. Wherever she's at, I love you. Thank you. Always.
That's dope.
For sure. Like, she was the one that kind of got me in my role as singing, getting to like to believe in my voice.
I was about to say this.
Dude, when I say like she was walking around the middle school like trying to find out who is this kid with this deep voice. Like, I was a little kid. Right. My dad will tell you straight up, man. He has a story.
Why does this kid sound like this?
Right. He's this kid with a deep voice. I need him in my bass section for my chorus, and we're going to win the contest in this year at the Hard Rock. And I'm like 7th grade.
We're gonna win.
I'm in the 7th grade, right? And she scoots me up. I leave the orchestra class the next year. That's 6th grade. 7th grade, she scoots me up out of nowhere. I come on. I see chorus on my schedule. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm learning more. About fluctuating the scales, everything. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so fa.
Me.
Right.
I'm learning it all, and it's like, yo, this is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really learning. This is really fun. Yeah. At the same time, dealing with like little girls and heartbreak and relationships. And she's seeing all this,
regular shit that we all
she's
deal
really
with,
seeing all this, and she's like, dang, boy, you got it bad already. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, she's like, you gonna really be an R&B heartthrob out here, like, eventually one day, because it's like, you already out here breaking hearts, kissing.
You see how he said it?
I'm like, you getting in with your homeboys, because y'all almost liking the same girl. I'm like, yo, I never would have thought I'd be going through this stuff, right? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when you a kid, you like, dang, bro, I think the homie gonna be mad at me, dog. We gonna fight, damn. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to see that. You trying to go home to your homework and just be relaxing.
I like Tisha too, man. Come on.
Going to watch Recess at home, you feel me?
Recess.
That man pulled a Recess out the
back is that on Disney Plus?
I hope it is.
It gotta be.
I just downloaded it, man.
It's on there. I'm sure
it's Forget the Netflix. Nah, I ain't gonna say forget the Netflix.
Recess, I think, is on Hulu. It's on.
Nah, that used to be on ABC, so it should be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it should be on Disney.
I think they all own each
If
other.
it ain't on there yet, it's gonna be on there.
Put Recess and the Weekenders. The Recess and the Weekenders, please, need to be on Disney Plus.
I ain't talking to my spirit, man.
You feel me? I'm talking
childhood.
You watched that before Toonami came on. You was like, you know, you was a lit kid. You know what I'm saying?
That man said, you knew you was a lit kid.
Then after that went off 106 in Park.
106. Running on 106, man. I remember.
Yeah, there was like a little, you supposed to be doing homework or whatever. It's supposed to be doing when you get home from school. You like, hell no. My parents ain't getting home till my parents ain't getting home till 6 and 7. All right, so boom, I'm about to make me a sandwich. I got to make some noodles or something. I got to watch this. Then I got to watch this. Then I got to watch this before they get home. And then right before, then I started on homework. So look, I've been doing something.
They coming in the house.
You had a lot of work to do, Lola.
I know.
I came home, did my homework, went to practice.
You had to get that stuff in, you know, because that's the only time you could watch it, because that's when it was coming on. You know, so it's like you gotta maximize your alone time.
I'm talking about the time mom get to the crib. It's like countdown number 7.
Right.
You did your homework. You did your homework.
Like, I started it.
Yeah.
I play sports, man. I didn't have too much chores.
That man said about that.
About that.
Hey, Ma. About that. But so out of your playlist, unless somebody else want to say something, what's your favorite song?
Oh man, Bravery was a dope one, man. Like, it's hard to say because Stacking Money was a dope record to work on. The Way She Got Sold was a record. Like, I remember the night we made She Got Sold. Shout out to my boy Kipper. You feel me? Like, Kipper Hilson, man. Like, he helped me engineer and like bring Bravery to the front because I wasn't really recording myself at the time.
Got you.
So it was like, I would just pay him like quick little bread to just come out all the way out to like Howell Mill. And I'm staying like in Decatur, like come out there and just record late at night. We'd be up in there from like 3 o'clock in the morning just working on records. And I remember She Got Sold. Shout out to the homie Rari. He was there. It was a lot of people there.
The artist
Rari, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like his work too.
Love Rari's music, dude.
He's dope.
Talented.
I seen him in like walk on like some vegan.
Now he's
shit
one of those
on
kids
YouTube.
that's like truly like when I was like in that era, bro. Shout out to Love Renaissance as a whole, like Justice and all them, man. Honestly, but that's really what it was at the time. It was like a renaissance of dopeness just truly coming out, emerging. It was just about what time was it going to really hit the forefront for everybody. Yeah. You feel me? But because Atlanta always had an underground scene that we were always. If you were in the underground and you knew Black before Black was Black.
Black before he became.
Exactly. You knew kind of Rari before Rari was Rari, or 2-9 when 2-9 was coming.
I remember
up with
2-9.
FKI. You know what I'm saying? With first like being the producer that he
Twigs.
No,
that's FKA.
FKA Twigs.
Y'all hear this? You tell my man was really tapped in. He was underground grinding with these folks.
100%. It's a community, man. Yeah. You gotta really know what you're talking about when you're talking culture or when you're talking appreciation for what the art or the culture is. Because it's 100%. Like, bro, it's like when I seen that Freshman cover with like Kid Cudi and like Currency and all those guys, Spitter, like Ace Hood and
Gibbs was on that too. I think that was probably the last good one.
All those guys, that was like the first one.
Yeah,
that was the one that kind of busted. That was the one that busted open. It kind of made cats step up like, yo.
I think Juice Man was on that one too.
No, he wasn't on that one.
He wasn't on that one?
He was on one of them, but not that one.
He's on one of them early ones. It was crazy.
It was early. He
shouldn't have been on that joint because he's been doing it.
It was crazy. That's when I knew that hip-hop was changing.
Yeah.
That right there is when I knew that hip-hop was changing. I was like, yo, this cat is really up the street from me. Like, I'm on Bouldercrest Road. And I'm like, yo, this dude really he popped. Like, yo,
he on now.
He's on
like
now.
You said. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, coming from like Bouldercrest and like Zone 6 and Decatur, it's like the mecca of like entrepreneurship or just affluent when it comes to like Black community. So your culture with that a lot. It's like a lot of communities really can't get that saucing. You know what I'm saying? They can't come out from that mud and really have that funk or that smell that's going to stay on them forever because that's just truly them. Like that's just let you know you can't really like don't ever forget where you come from because that's where you started. You know?
Yeah.
That's truly being humble to it. You know what I mean? And grounded to it. But like that's why I love it so much because it's like. Even when I do move, or I did move away or whatever, it was just like, dog, I'm still from the east side.
It's always gonna be you. It don't matter how far you move away, as long as you remember where you started. That Gucci Mane record still hit hard to me. That Crime Out record still slap in the club. Like I be out there in Puerto Rico or Cancun, and Nugget you better come on, and them folk be sitting still. I be like, y'all don't know nothing.
They don't know.
Doug, y'all don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing about this. Y'all flexing right now. Y'all don't know nothing.
Y'all don't know
nothing.
Y'all are wrong.
Y'all are wrong.
Y'all are just wrong. Disrespectful. I know it at least be 5 people up in here where they.
Y'all are wrong.
You're just wrong.
They don't know, huh?
Wrong.
It's crazy though, man. Atlanta got a certain vibe though.
100%.
Yeah. For sure.
It's special too though, because it's like a certain brotherhood. I feel like everybody just rock with each other out here.
Yeah. It's a different vibe, man. I think everybody comes out here and they relax, but like my dad used to always tell me, this is like the gangster's paradise. This is where all the gangsters would come and just relax and get away from the BS they probably might be dealing with in their own city on some.
I love Atlanta, man.
That's a good way to position it. I like that. A good way to think about it.
I mean, you had Freaknik here in the 90s, man. Come on.
Bring Freaknik back, right, Kota?
100%. Bring Freaknik back.
I remember that bar.
That was nothing but bringing HBCUs together.
That's true.
A big homecoming.
A huge homecoming.
Class 09 Morehouse.
I'm trying to tell you, dude. That right there would be the closest thing to like bringing sadly, but like the Million Man March. You know what I'm saying? It's like, imagine getting everybody from each coast of the United States to come out here to Atlanta and just really be out here.
It'd be crazy.
It would be crazy.
Traffic already.
That's too much activity.
That is
right.
Too much activity.
Wild out here, boy. Woo.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we survived the Super Bowl. So
Call you a lawyer that weekend, man. Sure.
Say that man had that man on deck on speed dial. But
For real.
so 10 years from now, man, where would you want to be?
10 years from now, 27. I'll be 37. Hey, man.
Just tell us what you would want, man.
Like young Barry Gordy. I got to be young Barry Gordy status by then, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to be done. Had to put me in like a couple artists in the game that really are like really successful or like on the edge of being successful. I can't just like keep it all about me for sure.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like 5 years from now, I really want to. I looked at it as like 2000, like going into 2020. I was like, yo, this might be the decade our brother get married.
Okay.
You know
2020.
2020.
I was thinking
it's
Thinking
be.
deep.
He said decade.
He
said decade.
I mean,
he ain't rushing it.
Right.
Rushing, you feel me? Like,
Just
I'm not rushing
happened in this decade.
It just happened. It could possibly happen in this decade. And I just look at it, it's like, I got a little brother, just got married.
Okay.
And it's just like, yo, family's like, you know what I'm saying? Not so much pressuring me towards it, but like, they want to see it. You know what I'm saying? They want to see it. And I think that's a part of the success of.
You're going to get the pressure soon.
Don't rush it, bro. Don't rush it.
Questions.
I ain't tripping.
Trust the process.
I don't know what mom sound like, but Coda.
Yeah, don't rush it,
My
bro.
mom's a real one. I got a tatted on me. She lit.
Shout out to
That
her.
man pulled a shirt.
That's
Y'all ready?
Man. You feel me?
OG,
Like, she
triple
lit.
OG.
Triple OG.
But you want to put people on. I get what you're saying. You know, you don't want to keep it all in house. You want to,
You know
treat
what
the
I'm
game
saying?
the way the game treated you. So if you were blessed, you want to bless somebody else.
I recognize it like it's the talent is more than just me on stage. It's more like me giving people the taste making, the style, like the coloring. You know what I'm saying? The sauce the appeal that they might not see coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Get jiggy over there.
Yeah, man. You gotta give them the swag, the jiggy. You feel me? You gotta give them the jig a little bit. Because, you know, it's like you'll look out and you'll see everybody look the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Sound the same. Wearing the same watches.
Mr. Me
wearing
Too.
The same jewelry. It's like, you feel me? It's like you can't, it's like switch it up, dog.
Yeah.
Do something different. That's what made this game so dope. Is that what everybody doing the same thing? Nah, man. Jock the flow. All right, cool. Don't stay in the sauce. Go try something.
Do something else.
You feel me?
Exactly. That's what hip hop's about, right?
100%.
You know, expressing yourself, right? Whatever that might be. Just be you, man. Yeah. So I'm 100% with it. But you know what, man? That's a good segue to just our culture topic that we wanted to talk about today. Okay. So, culture topic, you know, we were talking about how modern rap. Do you guys believe modern rap is contributing to the degeneration of our black culture or the black community as a whole?
Like today's rap or just rap?
Modern rap, yep. So as in today's rap, is it contributing to, you know, if people don't understand the degeneration word, is it tearing down the black community or black culture in general?
You mean like the trash music that we got out right now? Or
so
just like
there you go in. That's exactly what I'm asking.
I truly don't. I truly don't. Because
talk about it, Kota.
Our culture has always been like rock and roll.
We definitely did. We were the ones who founded rock and roll. That's a lot of people don't know that about the black community that we started.
We've always been the underground kings.
Yeah.
Right.
We've always been, like, we can go as real as saying, like, who built America? You know what I'm saying?
He's getting real.
It's
up Ali's lane right here. Ali feeling it.
I'm gonna let Kota do his thing.
I'm gonna let
Kota go first.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But like dig, it's like Atlanta's one of the biggest places right now. We can use Atlanta as an example for any other place in the world. Man. Everybody comes to Atlanta. Everybody. The biggest airport in the world. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you come here based on traveling, period. Exactly. Yeah. Based on travel, you come here. So you see the attractions of what Atlanta is. Don't let your ass stay here for at least a day or two. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't let you just stumble across a Magic City or a Blue Flame. Magic City or Blue Flame. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, don't.
Shout out to the Flame.
Shout out to the Flame. Don't just, you know what I'm saying? Don't come out here and just learn more about the history of civil rights. And don't just come out here and find out that, you know what I'm saying, there's a party going almost every night. Don't come out here and find out that, yo, it's lit 24/7 out here. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be able to find, don't find out that there's more women than men out here beyond the amount of races out here. Like, you feel me? Yeah. Like, you're going to find a little bit of everything out here. Right. So when it comes down to, like, hip-hop scene, like I kind of spoke on it a little earlier, it's like how everybody was trying to say like the South is slow. It's like, no, we got so many different textures of like culture out here. It's like you really can't. You could put it in a generalization, say in the Southern music or something like that, right? But when you talk,
but you can't put it in a box like that.
No, you can't.
Because you tying that back to like the modern rap and how people feel.
100%,
I got you.
100%. It's like I remember at a time when they would like clown the OJ the Juice Man, but it was like, bro, no, look at the platform of music now. It's like people are selling records through that same
style,
style and everything. But it's like you do have your artists like Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And they really like push the envelope lyrically, letting people think, like making people think. And I just feel like we can't generalize the culture on people's individualities. You feel what I'm saying? Because one person, like I said in the day, art in general is appreciation. Like I said, like I feel like if we generalize your opinion on artists and my opinion on artists and his opinion on artists, it's possible that we have three different opinions and might not see eye to eye about it. And it's like now we have to come with that generalization that, okay, this music sucks now, or this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it as this is what the individual must take from it, though. Like, yo, this is entertainment. Like, you shouldn't be a grown man out here. You come into some money through the music industry, but you gotta out here be looking like Lil Pump. Like, nah, bro, cap. Like, I'll be down. Like, it wasn't my idea when I first started in middle school. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when I get this money, I'm gonna actually gotta just tat everything up in my body, or just, you know what I'm saying, just become a character or something like that. Like, nah, it's not that. If it's your real life, it's your real life. But not everybody's coming from that. But if that's what you want out of it, that's what it is at the end of the day. You ask yourself, what do you want out of this? The second you start anything, it's like, what are you designing out of this? What do you want out of this? And it's like, when I say, like, I've heard people say, like, yo, Lil Pump's brilliant. And I will agree. I will agree. Because at the same time, he's his own bliss. He's living his life. And at the end of the day, that's him and his individuality.
That's your angle on it.
You feel me? That's him and his individuality. So it's like, not to just name him or whoever, it's just like the cliche guys that they probably will associate with something that's like, you know what I'm saying? Even like Kanye with the, you're such a fucking hoe. You feel me? I love it.
Just
you know what
talking
I'm saying?
about that.
It's like, bro, that's part of your pub, bro. Rags, bro. Yeah, you're the guy. But like, bro, we don't care about that. Like, I had a conversation with my grandmother, and this is why I'm glad I love having conversations with her. Because she's like a real one. Like, my dad's like a real one from Chicago. You feel me? Like, in the times.
I got you. 100%. We follow
a woman that had to raise a guy like him. It's like, she's solid. Like, she give me most game, like, more than anybody. Like, and you know what I'm saying? It gets to the point where it's be like, dog, it's just too much game. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, she be like, solid. Don't you bring no scallywags around here. Battle my pen. All that.
Put me on real quick.
It gets to the point now, it's like, I got to come over to the crib. I'm coming over to the crib and I'm playing something raunchy. She said, oh, this is one of your raunchy records. Let me hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, she real, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
I respect that, though.
I sat down and talked with her and my dad, and it was just like, I told him, I was like, yo, I feel like from Bravery until now, it's like the records that I dropped, none of them have curse words in it. Right? It just feel like, I told them, it's like, yeah.
See, I'm trying to think about it because I'm like, damn, was it all clean the whole time?
Clean.
Wow,
all clean.
Good stuff.
All clean, you feel me?
That's discipline, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all pay attention to that.
And that's what people not really recognizing, because it's like, I be like, bro, y'all not even reading the fine print when you come out here trying to judge me on anything. You feel me? It's
you
just
didn't
like,
even have to use any type of explicit content. That's good,
bro. It's just to the point, like, in the era I'm hearing all this nonsense going on, there's people calling it chaos or riffraff. I'm in the middle, like, yo, I got to filter through all this. Like, in the day, I can't complain about this music. Because in the same time, it's like, one of these artists might cut a bag and be like, want to do a record with me.
Right.
Because in the day, it's like, I gotta look at it like, bro, like Kendrick does it, Drake does it, all these guys do it, and these guys still that are staples in our culture that always like, you know what I'm saying, keep the footsteps going of progression in our culture. You feel me? So it's like,
I'm gonna challenge you a little bit though, right?
Talk to me.
I respect the individuality part that you talked about. Like, that's why I segued into this culture topic to talk about how you have the ability to express yourself in hip hop, right? The responsibility. But I think we have a responsibility as a culture to hold the standard high in hip hop as well. So I get it. You can express yourself, but there is a point where it's trash. Like, some of the rap is trash and we have to call it out. Like, we talked 100%. About it on here a lot, where even Ali's like, come on, man. Like, you brought up you're such a all right.
Now, that song was catchy. It was catchy, but it was trash.
But on that record, Ye still spit a cold ass verse.
And I believe so. And I told him the same thing about that. But and I'm using that as an example because
that shit was trash. That shit was trash.
It
sounded tight though, but it was trash.
Ye's verse was really good, and I think it's a catchy hook.
It sounded
it's
tight,
degrading, but it's a very catchy hook.
You talking like I'm gonna go back then. Remember saying like by that freshman cover we had Cuddy and all them on it.
Right.
You remember Wale was on that cover.
Wale was on there. Wale's dope too.
Yeah.
You talking
That's
like
my dog too.
listening to Wale and all those those cats.
Yeah.
I think it was the record "Pretty Girls" that just changed it all.
Pretty Girls is my favorite Wale record.
What? Gucci? Pretty Girls changed it. Pretty Girls changed it. Wale was one of those artists that I recognize Wale. And like, I kind of recognize we go through some of the same things because it's like
they sleep
me and him
Wale.
got like a little, it's an under kind of cut situation with Black is Beautiful, but it ain't really big on me. I just want to have a conversation with him.
Oh, yeah?
But that's, you know what I'm saying? That's hip hop conversation.
I like that, though.
You feel me?
Side
you feel me?
Okay.
But like,
Pretty Girls was dope though.
Pretty Girls was the record.
Shout out to Wale.
Like, when I saw it, like I was like, this is before the video.
Holla at my man.
I was like, yo, Wale and Gucci on a record together.
My Prada say Prada and your Prada say
That
That
shit
right there
so
was like,
hard,
that
though.
right there was like, what? We was like not expecting that. We wasn't never expecting
We wasn't.
that. He was too lyrical. Like we heard the Nike was with him and Lil Wayne, but like Lil Wayne was always lyrical. He was at the time when he was lyrical. You feel me? Like then you had records with Bun B and reminisce of records with Jay-Z on some cuts or whatever. It's like just a sample skits or whatever. But
I hear you, Young Kota. I hear you, Young Kota. Go
when I
ahead,
heard that
man.
record, it was just like
He's on now.
y'all said, yo, you mean to tell me
Popping
these
that
guys
shit
can read?
live.
Like, you mean to tell me these two artists can come together and people got a problem with anything else that come after that? I said, forget out of here, bro. Whatever. The sky's the limit.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
I
who's
got
to
where
say,
you
bro?
went.
Like, this is this and that, and that's why I say this is so much cap because it's like, what stop it? Back in the day, you know how hard it was to collaborate with an artist. You have to actually fly to their city to actually collaborate.
Because we're in the digital era.
We're in a digital era now, so it's like now we have the opportunity for a Beyonce and a Sade to possibly do a record together,
Like that,
or
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's no hassle on that now.
Send
It's
it
about,
over. Send it over. Yeah.
Have my lawyer look at this contract.
Right.
Da 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 da. It's in motion.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
I'm with you.
dog,
bro.
you know how much history that would accumulate for a Whitney Houston collaboration with like somebody that's like of a major female breakout eventually artist. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been amazing to see.
I'm with you, man.
That means that shows.
I
that, yo,
don't
it's
think
like,
we answering the question though.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
all right, what was that?
Everything you saying is legit though.
yes, everything's a fact, and you know, just
Am I
talking about
like, you talking about
modern
the trap,
rap
the
and
modern
how
rap?
it's the
I won't
Like the
say it.
content of the
I won't
music.
say it because I won't say it does because one thing about it, it does bring awareness to the culture.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? It truly does. It's like you kind of like I'm from the place where you kind of got to look at the silver lining of all this shit. It's like I stay in that. Not so much stay in that box and just think like it can't get bad or nothing. Like it's just like you know what I'm saying? It's just like nah, bro. Like what's worse than this? You know what I'm saying? Like what you gonna keep going? Like bro, I never thought it can get worse. I never thought it can get worse.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the music, but it's like
Yeah.
it's
No, it
like,
can
bro,
get worse.
Ali, how you
It
feel?
is
It
getting
can.
worse.
Like,
It
I
is
can
getting
really
worse.
come on
though.
and I can and be like, what?
Hey, that's
and that'd be my
next.
whole 16.
That's
Yeah,
next.
never mind.
That shit's
I mean,
now
I
though.
heard,
Shit.
like you know, shout out to Future doing this thing, but you make that joke, but he literally had a song where he the whole song, and I was kind of like, damn,
Hey,
is
that shit was
where we
snapping though. Like
It's for the
it was still
presentation.
tight, but it was
I
I don't
hear
know.
you.
It's
It's
crazy.
the entertainment
at? Not for
perception,
me,
man.
but yeah, that's
100%.
cool.
It's
But-
not no lyrical record. It's
Future,
not no lyrical
you
record.
know how I feel about Future. Future's the beats for me. That's it.
It's a vibe. Future's a vibe.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you a
That's it.
perfect one. And this is a guy. I'm going to give you the perfect one.
I
Michael
like-
Jackson.
The four songs.
But why Michael?
Why Michael?
Why Michael?
what you mean?
What is?
Why
How does he
Michael?
fit into the
Why
modern
Michael?
house? Okay.
Why Michael?
Yeah.
Michael was so much
Go
to
off,
take in.
Kota.
Michael was so much for people to take in that he actually would like acapella his own music and tell a band to make it.
Yeah.
It sounded like crap to them until they actually played, and it was like, yo, this is actually a hit record.
Wait, so I think
Yeah.
the article that we was talking about, it's like what was it
Yeah,
called? Like,
that's why I said it was it's modern rap contributing to the degeneration
right.
of
So it's
black
like more.
culture
You mean
and
more of
us.
like that?
like our community and everything.
Oh, so you're talking about as far as connecting to the community.
Right.
Okay.
So like
I'll
it's the
put like this.
words, the
No.
content, the
I
stuff
feel
that
like
you
no.
hear
I feel like
nowadays.
no, man, because how hard
Kota
is
said,
it?
nah, he ain't fucking
bro,
with it. He ain't with it.
I'm not, bro.
So you with
I'm
the
not.
pill popping era?
I'm not with
So
that.
are you
I'm not
okay with that?
I'm not with that. But these kids, these parents must have to tell these kids that this is entertainment.
But you know that.
Whoa.
You know that your parents only got so much control.
Whoa.
One finger.
Whoa.
Because hey,
My parents.
and we came up from that generation
My parents
though.
were real, dog. My parents knew about what happened to Whitney Houston. My parents knew about what happened to the Temptations.
Okay, so I'll give it to you like this. Like we come up in the era that like
It's
the Wiz
history, G.
Khalifa's and
It's history.
the Wiz Khalifa, that currency era where they talk about smoking bud all day, right?
Right.
high school, we was smoking bud, like
100%.
So it's like nowadays the rappers is talking about popping pills and coke and all this shit.
I agree with that.
As a kid, you gonna do the opposite of what your parents tell you to do.
You 100%, but in the same time, we were living in that same type of frequency. You knew at the day, like, bro, I'm not about to pop no pills.
Right. But pill popping was lame then. Now that shit is like, and
really,
niggas ain't talking about
the culture,
really, bro. Because I remember being in middle school and Gucci Man talking about, is you rolling?
But I didn't know what that meant in middle school.
Bro, come on, bro.
I wasn't.
I ain't really know what that meant in middle school, dog. I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't in middle school when that came out, though. I was in like the 10th grade. I knew that shit came in the 10th grade.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Shit is intense,
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's real. That's what we want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, kids gotta understand the day and age. Like, bro.
You know the kids ain't gonna understand.
Man, but that's what I'm saying. That's why we gotta have parents out here.
But a lot of parents is kids.
That's what I'm saying.
So Kota's just saying, don't blame it on hip hop.
Don't blame it on hip hop.
I think hip hop pushes our culture forward. I feel like our culture relates the most to hip hop.
But I feel like we generalize that because we don't own the platforms of actually promoting, like actually distributing.
Yeah, people outside of our culture promote the shit that we have to listen to.
That's what we're saying. That's what they were really speaking to in the article.
It's like Dame's book
about like, damn, they're gonna pump
the images that they want us to see.
Right. And so if you're talking about popping pills,
you talking about that,
I'm gonna make sure that track right there is the biggest record in the country. Or shit, not even in the country, but nationally, right? Internationally, right? So I'm gonna make sure that I don't know what track. Is it Little Pump that had the drug song? I can't remember.
All of them Lils, man.
Somebody had that track. I'm gonna make sure every person in the black community is listening to that song because this is how I want to keep you guys.
And they got the power to do that.
Now, this is where individuals like the real leaders of the culture really sit it, right? Like guys like me or guys like us. You know what I'm saying? It's like people like us. It's like we recognize that ain't cool.
Yeah.
Well, I praise it. You doing that? All right. You programmed right now.
You programmed.
Tap out, bro. Like that ain't the way. That's the culture we have to put on each other. That's the accountability that we have to hold. So
accountability, they go
100%.
Right. Okay.
100%. Because it's like, bro, you can't knock it. Like I just said, like I got a song called Black is Beautiful, but shit, I got a record that can go slap right now in Magic City right now.
And that's fine.
You feel me?
You having fun,
like,
though. Yeah, expressing yourself.
That's all it is, expression. In reality, it's like if that's one man's life.
Yeah.
Like Miles Davis, bro, he did mad drugs.
Right.
Those guys did mad drugs.
Yo, Miles Davis, you did mad drugs.
But you don't hear that in the music, though. The music
jazz.
is damn
jazz.
jazz.
They didn't speak.
They didn't speak.
A
lot of these niggas don't need to speak.
Yeah.
A lot of these dudes is great artists.
Now that's right there. Now right there.
Like Kanye is one of them people that don't need to speak. Like I love Kanye, great artist, but like sometimes he speaks himself out of.
Representative to speak for him.
He need to holler at me.
Just needs to consult on some things before he talks about it.
I feel like we all need that though, man. But I mean, it comes to the point where when you're a great speaker, like I got a book right now. It's in my trunk right now, no cap. Shout out to Bob from Edgewood Pizza. He gave me the book, and it's a book of pizza. It's a book about like all the greatest of speeches from like Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, like big generals from like all around the world. You know what I'm saying? It's just like these are just like some of their biggest speeches that were documented in history. And some of these guys have that platform because they're in the now. So it's like when they're not here, we're going to have to be able to replay back Barack Obama's inauguration or Jay-Z's B-side at the concert when he's no longer here, or you know what I'm saying? That'll be that monumental statement that was being said in the time of whatever the culture or the society was at. You know what I mean? So it's just like when I say, does modern rap like really disturb like the community? Yes, it can. It's about the topic that we're talking about because it's a lot of dope artists out here that really talk great messages in modern rap, even in modern R&B as well. It's just about staying to the standard, but at the same time, man, it's like where would our culture be without the balance of Ari Lennox and the City Girls or Cardi B?
We probably be running the motherfucking world.
And that's what we really are.
Difference, though.
And that's what we really are, though. We really
not
are.
really, though.
He's saying if it was more leaning in the favor of Ari, we would probably
we don't really
be running the world if we just stayed that way.
I won't say that because in reality, every woman isn't the same.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get where you're going with the direction or focus around balance.
Because basically what we're talking about is influence.
Yeah.
So we gotta remember like who manages and runs our culture though. Like we don't.
That's the thing.
You know,
that's where
we gotta knock them off and like start owning our own own shit. You feel me?
But some Killmonger
yeah,
shit.
he on some Killmonger shit.
Hell yeah. Throw me in the damn ocean with my ancestors.
Yo, he talking like, straight up, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
me all day.
The powers of the Black Panther has been stripped.
Oh yeah.
Get them out of here.
So you're saying it requires a balance. You don't believe so. Ali's saying, nah, I feel like some of this modern rap, some of it, right?
Some of it, yeah.
I mean, modern rap is just,
I agree. You know, like, I get you.
Mainstream.
Some of it is trash. Some of it's stuff we've seen already.
It'd be fun too, though. But like, this is scripture, man.
And that's what he's saying. You gotta have fun sometimes too. But you know, I believe we gotta tighten up a little bit.
And if I heard the Nuck If You Buck remix, and I heard it Juju on the beat, I was like, bro, what the hell? But
it's tight though. It's tight.
At the end of the day, I couldn't hate that. I couldn't hate that because the kids love it. Like, I got a little sister, and I love, like, I see the pride, like, I see the joy it brings to her.
Yeah.
And all those kids, I was like, you know what, bro? You damn right. It's a lane for all this, bro. Like, I got a song.
That's a perfect way to say it.
It's a lane for sure.
It's a lane for everybody. You're right. 100%.
That's why I say it's appreciation, bro. Like, it's a lane for everybody.
Goes back to it's appreciation. Like, nothing's bad, nothing's worse.
Nah,
you
bro.
can find some appreciation and find some good out of everything.
You can't pull something out of everything.
And this is
That's
where I'm
true.
gonna get real.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We were
Here's
created
something,
in the
Kota.
image of what?
You know, we all look
Oh,
up.
Oh, because I'm like, I was about
love.
to say it. I'm like,
about to say the
I'm
whole
looking
time.
at my man.
100%. That's love.
Right.
But to get spiritual up in here real
That's
quick, B.
love.
I know
God
it
is
got
love.
real spiritual. Yeah.
When they say God is love, that means that's what it is. Because like you're creating the image of love. In reality, when you
like
start
this.
to create what you love,
Right.
those are just images of what you love. So you're being a creator, bro. That's what you was always supposed to be. We could talk all this 2020 talk like, well, I'm a manifest. Bro, you're creating when you say manifest.
Right.
You feel me? It's just a thought.
We
It's a
with you.
thought, you know what I'm saying?
We with you.
It's like, if I can make that to a song,
Yeah.
and it makes me feel great, and I'm actually performing, and it make a whole bunch of people feel great. Yo, why not?
That's what it's about,
Now,
though. Yeah.
Now, I'm not about to leave the table. Like, I listen to Mask Off plenty of times. Molly Percocet. Bro, I've never popped a Molly, and I've never popped a Percocet in my life. You get what I'm saying? It's just
Damn
like,
flute.
it's discipline, G. It's like, yeah, this shit hard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
It's a hard record though.
When you say the
Like,
discipline, and that's really the key word, right?
I can go leave.
We summarize that.
I can go leave. Like, bro, I proposed on KRS-One yesterday, and that shit was just a
man.
vibe.
I was listening to
Teacher,
KRS the other day.
teacher.
It was just
MCs act like they don't
but
know.
then it was like, bro,
Lola's like,
run that. I'm so groovy. I got
And
power.
Future got vibes. I fuck
I'm
with
so
Future.
groovy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's
the
fine.
vibes.
Yeah.
It's like the texture of the music, the frequencies, all of his frequencies, man.
I'm with you, man.
Now, what you say is powerful now.
Yeah.
You do say
Words
is
are
powerful.
powerful.
Words
Yeah.
are very powerful.
Very powerful.
I'm going to give you clarity on that. People got to recognize what you say really does have weight and does have value. So people are really influenced by you. So at the end of the day, you have to recognize what you're saying, know what platform you stand on. Yeah. And if that's the platform you're standing on and you're preaching that and you're saying that, then that's what you have to judge them on. Like Tupac said it best, hold people accountable for what they say. Picture Me Rolling. That was like, if you go listen to go to the bottom of my SoundCloud page, single Picture Me Rolling for Bravery.
Yep.
Tupac, when he was in prison, he said, hey, man, hold people accountable for what they say, man. Simple as that.
Thanks. So, I mean, just to, kind of summarize it up, we talked about having balance in hip-hop, right? And then we also talked about having your own lane, but then having discipline, right? Yeah. Just knowing, hey, I can't do this, even though it says, and that song might sound real hard the way he positioned talking about popping Percocet.
Right.
But I don't need to go pop Percocet. If that's not my wave and that's not what I do,
Right.
children, stay off of that, man. You don't got to follow into that. But if that's what you do, I ain't knocking you. Do your thing. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's tearing down our community. I think you're right. That's a great way to position
Lane
it.
for
That is
everything.
Now, what I can't say,
everything.
I won't say it's disturbing the community, but what I can say it is disturbing the culture.
Well, that's part of it. I mean,
Disturbing.
when I think of the
Disturbing, not
community and the
ruining,
culture,
per
it's
se.
like
Yeah, same shit.
It's
I
like
feel
they can
I'll
go
say-
hand in hand to me at the same
because in
time.
reality, how are we defining our own culture?
Yeah.
Shit, we trying to every day. We trying to
Exactly.
find a new
Because in
one.
reality,
I mean,
we're rewriting history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not going to be the same all the time. So
Me and our homie were in the studio. We had this conversation. We said, he said, yo, I told him, I said straight up, it all boils down to who's brave enough to say who's brave enough to say this on a record.
right.
That's all it boils down to.
Yeah.
Because cats ain't about to just get on a record popping off
Just
on
popping
nonsense.
off anything.
Yeah, popping off anything.
You gotta step up and be brave enough to
Yeah.
challenge the culture and say something. You're
I.e.
right.
bravery, you feel me?
Yeah.
It was being able to step up and say, yo, I'm a revolutionary with this music shit.
Okay.
Rather if I'm having fun, rather if I'm You know what I'm saying? Like, just talking that real revolutionary shit.
Yeah.
If I'm trapped out, it don't matter. It's like, yo, I'm speaking for my people. You feel me? Bravery, like I said, was me and the platform of saying the kid out the A. It was a day in the life of a kid out the A. You got to be brave out here. Happens to be, I'm from Atlanta. It's the team of the home of the Braves. You feel me? Gotcha. But this is really America, Atlanta. You feel me?
I like that title.
And it's just like, that's the branding. You know what I mean? But in reality, I wanted the people to have like the real IE. So like when you said you like Who Do You Love? So that's on another mixtape I'm working on.
Okay.
It's a step away from Bravery.
Gotcha.
So basically, Bravery was all samples. That's why it's mixtape. You feel me?
Yep.
If the game changes to the point where these samples get cleared. And published, then we'll have these underground classes that'll arrive.
We're going to get you on that
Chixtape
D-Lo beat.
You feel me?
Yeah.
No, I'm with it. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? when it comes down to music, I'm
link
with
y'all
it.
up.
There you go.
But like the new
Welcome to
mixtape,
Low Life.
the new mixtape I'm working on is going to be stumbled from Bravery. It's called Bay. You feel me? I'm talking to the women. You know what I mean? It's like I'm hearing the Megan Thee Stallions, I'm hearing the City Girls, I'm hearing all those guys. I'm hearing all these women talk. I'm hearing
Lola, he talking to you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it all. And it's like, Who Do You Love? Who Do You Love was the single, you feel me? But Bay is the acronym. Bravery ain't ending. It's been about 4 or 5 years since I dropped a mixtape. You feel me? Like Shiver ain't dead. That's basically what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's dope.
Like,
Shiver ain't dead.
It's some real ones out.
Scared.
You feel me? Real niggas out. It's some real ones out here, bro. We real out here and we really like, yo, what's happening? But it's like, I feel like a lot of stuff is being blurred through the translation of, you know what I'm saying, communication. You feel me?
What you doing?
But we're going to get that clarity through this project, though. But
Okay.
black and excellent.
Do.
You feel me? Beautiful and elegant.
Okay.
And for anyone else, and for everyone else, you feel me?
Facts.
So, you feel me? That's Bay. You feel me? Like,
That's
yeah.
Bay.
All right, Kota. Look, my man be going in.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, we're going to, pass it off to the good queen over here sitting to my left. So we can crack it off. It's your time, yeah.
It's time to Lola B. Let's get our glasses.
Let me get
Come
this
on,
glass
guys.
real quick.
Don't be like
Kota been sipping
I've
the
been
whole
sipping.
time.
I've been sipping.
My God.
Let me clink this thing.
Sipping.
Ben.
Can I get some more?
Let me get my man over there.
Get some. Get some.
You want some more tea?
Yeah, some more tea, please.
Oh, man.
Thank
More
you.
tea,
Can I
please.
get you some more tea?
Tea intermission. More
Santez.
tea, please. I'm going to go ahead and move forward at this time.
Yeah.
So tea with Lola B today, guys. I want to know how y'all feel about outside babies. Yeah, if your spouse, your man, or your lady, it has a slip up or maybe has some infidelity issues, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But their infidelity produces a baby. You leaving?
So
you
while
staying?
y'all are together,
You talking marriage or you talking relationship?
Ooh.
I know that's another
That
layer.
is definitely
That's an
another
additional
layer.
layer. I mean, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'll start off on this period. But if I'm in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or a relationship, and you fuck up and you end up pregnant, right? It's a wrap. Finish.
Because there's levels
Cook,
between
like my man
cheating. Because cheating
It's
is
over.
sometimes forgivable, but you having a
It's
baby.
over. It's
like
over now. You remember that? It's over. It's a wrap.
okay.
I mean, because there's no
Is that what
coming
he
back.
said?
There's no coming back. I mean,
Yeah,
in
for
my
sure. That's
game,
an adjustment for the rest of your life. Like
a baby, my
a
nigga.
whole baby.
18 years.
Not a half a baby.
Not a half.
A whole baby.
You had a whole baby on me, bro.
18
That
years.
gay.
18.
Got a baby by him, got you for 18 years. You could, bro.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Hey, I'm cooked though. If I'm gonna feel cooked too, because especially if you invested in this person, you in the game 3-4 years, whatever, and then
Business
you
is business,
fuck
man.
up, right?
It's like, no, period. I feel betrayed and I'm
Damn.
done.
That's disrespectful.
That is
super disrespectful. Like,
Damn.
damn, you didn't even respect me. First off, you cheated on me, but you didn't even respect me enough to strap up.
Strap up.
Damn,
Take
you
no
came back
precaution.
swollen in your belly region.
What's more immoral though? Hitting on the first day or cheating on your spouse?
Cheating
What's
on your
what?
spouse, bro.
What's like really more immoral?
Cheating on your spouse, you ain't got no rules for that other
Like,
shit.
that's-
I'm not worried about
cheating
hitting
on
on
your
the first date.
cheating
You
on your
feel me?
spouse.
So
It has
for
to be
sure.
cheating on your
The fact that
spouse.
it's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like cheating on your spouse is basically as stupid as low as like something like that though. You feel me? It's like that's weak.
I'm with you. That's what I mean. It's like layers, right?
So
you
like,
first
hell
you cheated
no.
on me,
And then
I
and
put
then
the ring on you.
pregnant,
That's, what?
What?
Yeah, you gave that honey up. to
Violator,
somebody else.
right?
dog.
Cooked.
That's a violation.
Cooked.
When we ain't
It's a
even,
wrap.
when we ain't even manifested. We ain't even,
We ain't even manifested yet.
Nah.
I ain't even got a baby with you.
Nah.
Yeah, you
man.
got to be a sucker to stick around for
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
a wrap.
For
It's
sure.
100%.
game for the first
So
You
time.
saying you got to be a sucker?
Sucker,
to stick
B.
around?
You's a
Talk
sucker.
about it.
You a sucker, B. Come on, man. You like
for the first time we like all.
So you gonna watch your wife walk around with another nigga baby in her stomach? You be rubbing her feet and shit.
Yeah. You going to fucking doctor's appointments and shit for another
Hell no,
baby?
in Lamar's class and shit. The
Baby
fuck?
ain't got your last name.
Oh no.
Baby calling you your name and shit.
Got your last name.
Baby ain't got your last name.
Oh, we don't even look like you.
He don't even look like you.
I'm out, dog.
I'm talking about everywhere you go and they pull out that baby. All right, come on. Give me the card.
You gotta
Fill out this
go,
application.
Yo, your pride is smashed. Like, it's destroyed.
Pride?
And some shit
Fuck
like that.
that.
Like,
Everything
how do you
is
carry
smashed.
forward, though?
That's disrespectful.
You don't.
I hate for
You
dudes
gotta
that
go.
have actually probably went through that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very
That's some hard stuff,
upsetting.
bro. Yeah.
That's some
But,
soft ass shit, man.
He
You
gonna
gotta
cry
go.
in the car.
He gonna cry in the car.
I'd rather be by myself, man.
Word. Like, at that point, I'm
Dog,
giving
I'm
up,
a savage then.
What you mean?
I gotta go ham. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I just gotta move away.
Okay.
Nah, she gotta move away. She gotta get out.
She gotta move away. She can do what she want to. I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna probably go to the island or something for like a month or two.
Damn,
Just relocate for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you just gotta come back better than ever, man.
Oh man, for sure.
Work on a new album.
For sure. Nah, it ain't even gonna get that. Nah, she ain't get that out.
She ain't gonna get that.
ain't get
You gonna be
that.
like Robin Thicke.
We're
You name
not
the album
pulling
after
no
him.
inspiration from
We're
that.
not pulling no inspiration
That
from
classic.
No
album,
inspiration,
that
huh?
Heartbreak.
He gonna drop a-
5 years in with
That's
Shorty, you
not a
about to
heartbreak.
propose.
He gonna drop a rap album
She
on
cheats
her
on
ass.
you,
That's
comes
not a
back.
heartbreak. That's a shade. That ain't even an earlier. That ain't enough energy to really be like, you know, I'm really about to put 13 songs on this right
That
here.
boy turning the future real quick.
Nah, G.
I know, it's the R&B joint.
Nah, it's gonna be straight rap. He gonna be hard on that
I
ass.
don't know. What's your longest relationship been? I'm gonna challenge you on this.
Longest relationship. Man, it's hard, man.
Just
I'm
years. I ain't trying to. We ain't trying to
take a little
open up
sip.
the whole thing. He had like, let me
Take
take
some
a sip.
tea real quick.
He said, let me take a little bit sip of this tea,
Longest relationship.
and I'm only gonna tie it back.
Boy, I
Ladies
said
just
like
pimps
5
too.
months.
Go on, brush your shoulders.
That man got the pinky up.
Ooh, okay. Cause he's sipping tea proper.
You feel me?
Facts.
I want one of them
Proper.
glasses. Okay.
Okay.
We'll make an order for you.
My God.
Solidified.
How many years, man?
It ain't even years, dog.
The boy said like
Oh.
5
So
months.
it's light. See,
Wow.
okay.
I want at least a year. If I know I'm in a relationship for a year,
Yeah.
oh man, she done probably got everything out of me that she need. That's what it's like. It's done. I ain't
I'm
really
only
going nowhere.
asking like for past experiences, right? Like how long was
I'd
your
say the
longest
most would probably be
relationship?
like being real, man. It's
That's
like
fine.
being an artist and being out here, and it's like
Uh-oh.
it's hard to be in a relationship sometimes. You
Got
feel
you.
me? And
But I think that reflects your answer, though.
I feel like
that you said.
it really does. It really does. 100%. Because it's like I got songs where it's like I'm talking like straight up player shit,
Yeah.
and it's just like I'm a bachelor, G.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just like I respect. It's all based on respect for
Have
me.
you been in a relationship before?
Be like,
yeah.
answer the question.
Okay.
I really thinking like, yo, how
He
long?
did. He
is
said
How long?
he said he can't even say a year.
He
So
was waiting on it.
Yeah.
So,
being
honest.
less, so
saying.
just less than.
It's less than a year. I say about
He done had a couple
5 months at
girlfriends
most.
around
5 months.
5
So
months,
that's
7
why I
months.
say when you made your response about, I mean, I wouldn't be able to channel heartbreak into
Oh,
that
yeah, you ain't
project
seasoned enough to make that
because you ain't
decision.
had. So think about
No,
being
no, no, no,
committed
no,
to
no,
her
no,
for
no,
3-4 years.
It don't take that long to realize that you out, though.
Take back.
That's true
I
too.
take that back.
That commitment.
It's still shorter than a year. 5 months is really what it is.
Right.
Bravery was like the place of inspired through
A relationship.
a relationship. You feel
We
me?
got you.
It was
100%.
like,
Okay.
bro, get on your ass because you just out here. She out here just playing games with you, and you out here looking stupid. Like, bro,
yeah,
get
we
back
been
in your
there.
bag.
Everybody
go handle
been
your
there,
bag.
bro.
Get
We
your.
all been there.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's where that came from. You feel me? Like,
Okay.
And it's crazy because like it was my high school sweetheart, and it's like we still kind of like.
Dabble a little here and there.
Nah, not even that.
Oh,
She already got her situation.
She
You know what I'm
in the
saying?
game.
She
She
already
out the
doing her.
game.
She doing her
Got you.
thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always love though. You feel what I'm saying? It's like
good.
Kota about to get himself in trouble.
for the
No,
fact.
Kota was
nah,
about to
I'm
step
good.
over that line. The sand was getting a little hot.
Nah, good. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I got serious. I'm
She
good.
good. We
bro.
still got like.
I'm
we
good,
got
she
them
good.
We
She
good. We good.
He said, "Don't put
We
that
see,
on
how
boy."
we
Next.
see each other out. We see each other out on a different occasion. Then like, all right, cool. Hey,
What's poppin'?
You know
What's
what I'm saying?
good?
Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
but if I call, she might pick up. Big might. You feel me? Like, so it's like,
you.
Don't call, bro.
Don't go.
nah.
Text.
You feel me? Like, but I mean, like, it's all
No-
love.
no text.
It's like, nah, it's all love. It's like we tell each other happy birthday every year. It's like
Yeah,
that, you know what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
always
Okay,
gonna be
okay.
love like that. Yeah,
check
if it was
in.
something real, it's always gonna be love
feel
like
me?
that. Got you.
I'll be sending no happy birthday.
But like,
Fuck that shit. I ain't sending no birthday.
No
me,
text.
man, honestly, bro,
I'm just
I
talking
won't say
shit.
I'm picky. I will say I'm picky. I really will.
It's good to be picky,
It's
though.
good to
I
be
will say I'm
picky.
picky.
Please
you know
be
what I'm saying?
Please be picky.
This one right here.
Super picky.
Okay.
She don't know.
We're not
She
talking
could
about,
get
you're not
picked
talking
though.
about me right now.
We can though.
She could get picked.
He said she could. shooting shot on Solidified.
He like, but we can though.
Hey. But Lola, how you feel about the baby and the belly
Shit,
thing?
hell nah.
Okay, talk about it.
No, because y'all know how I feel. Period. Like
you want to stick with the brother? You stepped out real quick.
It's just a baby over there.
It's just a baby.
He love you though, B.
So this
He
the
love
thing.
you,
So
though.
this is the thing that I say
I
about
was just
me.
fucking them hoes. I was gonna
So
get
look,
right back.
Man, fuck that. So look. So this how I look. This how I feel. This how I feel about my relationships. Y'all know I've been, vocal about it's important to me to be a mom. Not tomorrow. I'm in no rush, but that is something that's important to me.
Ovaries.
And also, the way that I want to experience motherhood, I want my companion to experience fatherhood the same way.
At the same time.
Together.
Yeah.
I want that to be
was crucial for me too.
I want that to
100%.
be our experience. No
100%.
shade to people that have kids, and I'm not
Shout
gonna
out to
say
Coco, shout out to
I would
Trey.
100% completely
Shout out
look
to
the
the
other
fam.
way at somebody I might have been attracted to that might have had a child. But I'm
Right.
way more inclined to be like, nah, because I want that to be something that we share. I want that to be a first for us. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's cooked at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's cooked. It's cooked, period.
Cooked.
It's cooked because
Sizzling.
of that. It's cooked because that's just like the ultimate disrespect. Like, damn.
B,
like,
what if he put you
not
in the
saying
belly
I
truck, though,
condone-
B?
Man, fuck that.
He
Man,
ain't
fuck
come-
you
he
in that
can't
belly
come back
truck.
with all of it?
Nah.
Baby, I'm
with the
sorry,
car seat.
I got the new
With the car seat. What? I'm not trying to
Baby,
play
you can't even see it
I'm
right
not
there.
trying to play stepmom. Again, no shade. Everybody has their own path, their own desires and stuff like that. That's not what's
baby,
on
yeah.
my
Imagine-
agenda.
Imagine coming
for
over your
my
crib.
path.
Imagine if I had a baby, right?
Right.
I came over your crib.
Here it
You was
goes.
my girl, right? And I got the other woman breast milk in the refrigerator.
Right? Like I got another shorty breast milk in my fridge for the kids.
And B feeding the baby. B feeding the baby and shit.
I'm
Changing the
not
diaper.
doing
You
that.
just gotta run warm water on it. It's cool. It'll do
I'm not
something.
under no circumstances. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not with it. I think that's the ultimate disrespect. That's the ultimate reminder.
Yeah.
It makes it so much more difficult, if not hell impossible, to even try to get past something. Because I'm all for. I'm not necessarily that person that's like, okay, you fucked up and we done forever. It's circumstantial, depending on what occurs.
Finish.
So for the most part, if I'm willing to possibly overlook, or not really overlook, but more so get through something, I'm never gonna overlook shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if there's a possibility that we could work through something and get past something, that's gonna be the ultimate fucking reminder. Like,
Always.
I'm gonna be crushed.
But that's you
like,
being real with
y'all know,
yourself,
I'm thug
right?
life, but I'm sensitive. I got feelings, and I will be crushed.
Yeah,
Thugs need love, too.
You know where
Thugs
you get
need
real,
love.
man?
Thugs need love
Thugs need
too.
love for sure.
Yeah, thugs need love too.
Like when it come real for man, when it come down for man, like man, that shit is real, dog. Like I put it like this, man. You
He
need to
looks
tell
like
me.
he's reflecting.
I gotta
He's
think
like,
about it. You
shit,
gotta think
that
about
shit
it.
real. He like
I
he
look
feeling
at,
that.
I look at, you know what I'm saying? Because we could talk about this, and this is probably be like a real system, like a statistic out here. It's like,
Right.
yo, we probably gonna be the generation where it's gonna be a lot of us gonna be stepdaddies, G. It's a possibility. If you either gonna find your love out here,
Perhaps.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Perhaps. Like it's a high
Perhaps.
possibility. But,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like
It's not a bed job. A lot of bed jumping going on that will
100%.
cause that. You're right. You're right.
100%. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Not with that shit.
everybody ain't out here built to be a bachelor.
I ain't built
or
for
a
that stuff.
bachelorette.
Right.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah.
ain't built for this bachelorism. You feel me? I'm just being real, dog. Everybody ain't built for this. Some people really love and they really want to sit their ass down. Like I thought I was gonna sit my ass down by the time I was 25.
Nah, that's too young, bro.
We
Got
thought.
time, bro.
We thought.
Do your
We.
thing,
I mean,
killer.
but we all have a vision for what we think our life
think,
is gonna be
right.
like.
You
by
put an age,
milestones.
right.
21, maybe 25.
balling
Well,
by
more
25,
so 25
I'm
and
gonna
30.
be
It's
married
kind of
by
like
30.
right. Like I'm gonna have 2 kids. I'm gonna live here.
It's
We
not
gonna do
on our
this.
time,
Like
man. It's
psych.
not on our time.
Big
Yeah.
psych.
God, like, yo, I got you this to do right now. Look, it sound good, but look, hey,
You want to make God laugh?
You know
Tell
what
him your
I'm
plans.
Bam.
Tell
That's
him
the
your
line.
plans
That's
because
it. Look.
tell him your plans because it ain't all you think you're in control and you're not. It's cute though. It's nice to have visions though and have aspirations. I'm not saying you should count yourself out in terms of that, but
never.
But B, it's okay. You can take care of it.
Nah.
One thing about being a
Nah,
bachelor,
man.
this is what I think about being a bachelor. People get it all misconstrued.
oh,
Kota said,
okay.
y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all.
What are the people misconstrued about
Let's hear
being
it.
a
I wanna know.
bachelor?
Being a bachelor.
Please enlighten us.
The thing about being a
Batman
bachelor,
over
they
here.
always think that you're not open to, like, you've given up on the aspect of finding love.
You're
Like,
not
you give up
trying.
on
You're
love.
not out
Yeah,
there
like
trying.
you're like
Yeah,
you
it's
just
like, Bro,
okay.
you just being a You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Just living life, man.
You just living life. Not like really, we really are.
Really
like,
living life.
Respect my space, and I respect yours.
Yeah, for sure. I can agree with that. But
For sure.
It's like, I ain't gonna lie. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, women. We love y'all.
There you go.
We truly do love y'all.
Talk to a Kota.
But y'all some unstable creatures, though.
Unstable.
And some of us just
men are
some of us are just disciplined to
unstable.
A lot of us are. Some of us are, but I won't put myself in that generalization. Now, it is some women out here that make you do some things that you ain't probably thought you would ever do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But when it comes down to some women, it's just like you can't just put the P out there and think it's gonna just always happen.
Right. That's very true. That's very true.
We
do say it has a lot of power, you know.
It has power.
It's crazy.
Right? It has a lot of power.
The portal.
It's just
portal to another world, but
you feel me? Like,
it ain't always that. I'm with you,
bro. It ain't always that. You gotta have your morals as a man. One, two,
Facts.
like, end of the day, man, like, I know some women may think differently, and this just might not be for them. Right. But in reality, it's like, my wife is going for my last name. She's going for me, but she's going for my legacy. She's coming for that. She's going to be that because she's going to build a part of that.
Speak on it.
When it's like,
Preach.
if it's to the point where you want to disrespect the lineage of my name, like, I'm gonna be real. It's like it's really only three. It's only 3 men in my family that can hold my last name. You feel what I'm saying?
And
that's me, my uncle, and my cousin. You feel me? It's like everybody else were women. My mom, my grandmother. Yeah. And my dad wasn't there to like. It's deep in me because it's like, dang, why I didn't get my dad's last name? You feel me? Like I didn't get my dad's last name, so it's just like nothing against them. I love my father. You feel me? It's just like. It's like, dang, I'm gonna make sure my kid got my last name and he know that, they know that this is my son when they see him. Yeah. This is like, ain't nobody gonna try him. This so-and-so son? All right, cool. No, that's fact.
That's real. I'm chuckling through it, but that's like, real.
That's true security because it's like the Italians, you know what I'm saying? Different, different races, not just them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got, it's big on name. It's big on lineage, bloodline. You feel me? And 30, 40 years from now, you want to be like...
You got to establish that,
You got to establish that. Like, you going right now, it's like, it was already set for us to see that. The Marleys, the Jacksons. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but when you say those names, you know what family's about. You know exactly. Don't play with that. Yeah. Like, that's family. Facts. We don't have those morals in there. And that's just like, I could be a bachelor. I'm going to maintain myself as a man because I'm learning myself as a man still. Facts. Here it is, I'm only 27. Yeah. It's like, bro, within that decade, like I say, from this decade to that decade, I have to take my time and everything more serious. It's like, Facts. I can't be calling a girl and she ain't picking up and I'm not about to stress over that. Right. That's just not the time we on no more. You feel me?
And not on that 100%. Type of time.
I spent majority of my young 20s doing that. You feel me? Like, thinking that this girl still got vibes for me or this girl still got feelings about me. But she doesn't reciprocate that. You feel me? It's just like, that's not the vibe I'm on right now.
We off of that, huh?
I've been in places. You know what I'm saying?
We off of that.
For real, though. We all been there.
We 100% off of that. And it's just like, everybody talking about like, oh, New Year's resolutions every year. I seen that shit for the past 10 years, and you're still the same individual. Like, all right, cool. I go on your Facebook, and you still on the same one. It's like, bro. I recognize, bro. I got locked out of my Facebook. I had to create a whole new Facebook. Yeah. And my Facebook almost got 1,000 friends, and I ain't even adding really nobody. Right. It's just like, yo, this shit is still like, bro. I know a lot of people. Yeah. It's just like, at the end of the day, everybody's not going to get the satisfaction of you as an individual, but one person, and that one person is that person that you really gotta.
We got you, man.
You feel me? You got to kind of hold that energy for it. You feel me? And you got to harness it and you got to mold that and sculpt it to that perfection of that individual that you are, man or woman. It's just like
100%.
People can be like, yo, I'm waiting out here for XYZ or whoever she is or whoever he is. It's like, bro, your perfect person could be the person right next to you, but just like in the same time, y'all not even equipped to have that conversation yet.
Facts. 100%. As long as she don't, come back with a baby and it's gonna be cool.
She's finished, man. Cooked.
That's a fact.
Because it's a wrap. I don't care how perfect you was.
Girl, I gave you my last name.
God damn it.
And you out here kicking it with.
I gotta introduce you to my mama.
You gotta go.
You feel me?
Everybody.
You done came through.
Now I gotta.
You came through all Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Ooh.
You just went through Valentine's Day with me.
You had the onesies on and shit. Damn.
I'm a real dude, like, bro. I'm gonna be real. It's a real bachelor.
Out.
Yeah. I give a girl a year before I start gifting anything. My present, if my presence around like that ain't a real present to you, like
I am the present. Okay.
100%. You feel me?
Energy. I am the present. I am the gift.
That's for real.
So
like,
it's good.
I'm not with the whole materialistic thing. Like we can have that. We can have that. Yeah. But it's like if it's not, that's not what we morally based on. That's not what this is all about.
Facts.
It's royalty and legacy 100%. But we got to get to that wealth in between each other. You feel what I'm saying? Facts. It's not like
we with you, man.
I'm not about to be like, bro. I'm to the point where I've like gifted girls perfume, and it's like you get ghosts. Like,
damn, after a
bottle perfume.
Right after that, I said, damn.
That's how you doing them, B?
I ain't got it, B. I'm broke, baby.
Ghosting after a candle? That's crazy.
After that?
I'm just talking shit.
So you know, all you need is a candle.
It took me a second. I'm like, what?
A bag of candles.
Shut
She
up.
needed some candles. I got you.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like,
run it up.
It builds you up, man. It's like, I'm going to be real, though. Like, I thought about it because I was watching something on Instagram, and it was Lonnie Love saying what she said on the Real. Yeah. About black men not being faithful to.
Lonnie Love, who is that?
She's one of the co-hosts on
the
Real. Yeah, and she was talking about like how black men don't know how to maintain a faithful relationship.
Get her out of here.
I said, yo, chill. Don't ever create that narrative.
BMDC.
Black men do not cheat,
man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be real. We could be real. You feel me? I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna be 100% real. I've never cheated. The one time I thought about cheating, it was because, one, I was bored. Two, I was just like, this ain't what I thought it'd be.
On the grind, your worst enemy is idle time, man.
It's not what I meant. It's not. And it's
bored like you was just chilling in the crib bored, or like the poom poom was boring. So you just kind of.
It wasn't even to the point I was in a relationship where it wasn't even getting no poom poom, bro.
Okay.
You feel me? It was like. And I'm not knocking that because that's out of respect. You feel me? If she does, I can't. I'm not forcing no woman into no situation where she got to give it up mandatory. 100%. You feel me? It's just like we're not married. We're in a relationship. I didn't put a ring on you. We're in a relationship.
Right.
But you calling me like for sure that bae. Yeah. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you taking pieces of mine and like clothes of mine that I bought. Like
bring that shit back, right?
But nah, she ain't.
I done
bringing
lost a lot of good hoodies, man.
She ain't bringing shit back.
You be slipping
hey,
on
bro.
your pimping.
Girls ain't never about to come up in my crib and wear no Babe hoodies.
Not no Babe. You gotta give them throwaways. You gotta give them the throwaways, bro.
Not no Supreme. You're not about to come up in my crib just like, can I wear this?
Yeah. I give them throwaways.
Nah,
you gotta work yourself up to that. You cute though.
You cute though.
It look good with you on it now, but look, you gotta work your way up to that.
Too much dip on your chip.
Yeah, you got too much dip on your chip. Show me the clarity in that
You not giving up them champion hoodies, man?
Nah, champion, she could do that.
She can do
the champion, especially with me though.
Just chilling.
They cozy. They really cozy.
I like champion.
I want her to feel. I want
that for you. I want that for you.
I want her to feel.
I want that for you. I want you to be cozy.
I want you to be warm.
I want her to be cozy.
Nah, you gotta bring that champion back.
Nah, cause I'm the type of dude I love women. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where if it's like this is my woman.
Yeah.
Oh man, she gonna get that.
Oh yeah, we all feel that same way.
Oh my gosh, bro, I'm talking like velour. Like she gonna get drilled. We going to the
capital V.
We going to the cabins with velour.
Are you wildin'?
I'm talking about all that.
Wildin', son.
All that. Yo, we need like to put the charger on.
Yeah, you gotta meet moms and all that.
18% on the MacBook.
Oh word.
Going down.
Not plugged in.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
But you rapping anyway.
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's one of the first times we kind of all been aligned on the same subject and really kind of all agreed that it's a hell no. Okay, for us, that's the ultimate disrespect. I'm not raising nobody else's kid, and like I said, at the end of the day, I personally just feel like that's a first connection and experience that I want to have with my companion.
Can I ask you a question?
Here you go.
Oh,
to wrap up T with
Lola
Lola B. Let's see.
What's good?
So. You know, women always got this thing about like, you know,
women always, men always.
Nah, for sure.
I don't like statements like that.
INDEPENDENT.
Team us.
Do you know what that mean, man?
Team us.
Yo, it be women out here that don't let me open doors for them.
Leave their ass outside then. Shit.
That is ridiculous.
Trust me, I be like, shit, excuse me then. Shit. You know
I never had that.
That's ridiculous because that's a demand for me. I'm going to stand there.
You mean on a date or just some random shit?
Period. Like my girl my girl's my girl.
So don't you touch a door.
She don't open the door for the car. I open the door for a car.
Look at that.
Restaurant, wherever we going.
That's chivalrous. That's respectful.
Even putting in his claim right now.
Even if the grocery wasn't an automatic door when you walk through, I swear I would open that shit. Like Hulk style, you feel what I'm saying?
Hey, like, there go your man right there,
Hulk style.
And then be out here like Will Smith, like you know what I'm saying with Jada, you feel me? Like shout out to I say like real talk. This is my question to you. if you're an independent woman, you know what I'm saying, you solid to the grain, you got your own, you got everything, you got it made up with it.
It's so funny when men kind of like how you do that, the women voice and the little women things. Whenever y'all be talking about women, y'all gotta try to personify it. Okay. So, right.
Could you pick up a guy that got like 5 kids?
Hell no.
What?
B is cooked. What? She ain't taking a baby, so she ain't taking 5 of them.
Why?
It's Lola final take. Lola final take.
And this dude like really want to give you like the number 6. He want to give you the number 6.
Did you not just hear what I said? Did we not?
She said we not even doing one.
You just met him. You just met him in the club that night.
I don't care. I don't care.
She said it ain't happening. He don't get a chance.
Yeah, I don't care. No.
For real?
No.
What if he's situated? He got his own.
I don't care. There's a billion men in this world. There is another one, another 100, another 1,000 out there that has what I'm looking for.
Be not settling out.
And that's not, especially not on no kid tip. Especially if I ever even thought about it, which I'm not. If I ever even thought about it, which I'm not. It definitely ain't about to be no kids. You got a whole basketball team.
You got to start a lineup and a rotation. 6 men off the bench.
To the league.
That's cool.
So it's gonna be more bad.
That's cool.
B ain't nudging, man. She ain't coming off the square.
That's all I wanted to know.
All right.
I be trying to be every now and then, but she seemed kind of solid.
Yeah, she's solid. She's standing her ground. We
gonna let her have it.
She's solid.
We gonna let sis live.
Let me live.
Yeah, let sis live.
As always, I appreciate you guys participating too, Lola B, engaging with you, girl. You know, you guys let me know below in the comments how y'all feel about the topic. Are y'all staying? Are y'all leaving? You know, let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. Let me know what y'all want to hear. Let me know what kind of stuff y'all want to hear. You know, so we can continue popping shit.
Okay. So without further ado, you know, we let Lola kick her shit, you know, and do her thing, right?
Love it.
But, you know, without further ado, we about to pull up on that Solidified on the spot, man. You know,
shit.
That's what a lot of you probably came for, just to see young Kota get off. You know, like we said, no beats, no extra anything on the background to help you out. It's raw and uncut because we want that real talent. So young Kota, he look like he trying to pull up his live real quick so the fans can see.
Okay.
Let them tune in a little bit.
Let them tune in while he getting right. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you want to do, man, the floor is yours, baby. Solidified on the spot.
Just give us a little taste.
All right. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. I'm from Decatur for real. You ain't heard my voice in a long time, baby girl, but I know how you feel. Said I know how you feel. Back and forth with my size, girl. You be my pick-me-up. I be the kid up out the A, but baby, you play too much. Leave me alone. I flip the nail like stacking my Benjis up. I said it's funny when I leave. Somehow I always stay in touch. I say them things that make her blush. Kissing on the neck, I leave her mind all in a rush. Touching on the body, she that diamond in the rough. I see you shining and it's tough. Keep on blinding them and such. Everybody get to talking, we tell them ugly girls to hush. Queen is what I'm needing, baby girl, and that's a must. Can't be loyal to the kingdom, baby girl, you ain't enough. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The world call me Kota, but them girls call me Bay, and that's real.
Hey! Okay. Solidified on the spot. Kota Santez.
You dig?
K drop some bars for y'all.
Real
and it was
quick,
with ease.
something light. With ease.
Something light.
It's all cool.
Light work.
Yeah, I've been arrived. Nigga said spirit of freestyle for Solidified. Young nigga always coming through. I spit that fire. And a bad joint on me. Yeah, she got the vibe. Understand when you hop in that beamer and get to cruising. It's the Atlanta Zone 6. They know how a young nigga do it. I remember I was kill up in that Chevy cruising. Now I'm in the blue beamer and you understand how I'm doing. Bossed up living. Sparked up piffing. Sip a little Hennessy. Yeah, I'm parked up tripping. Nigga park a lot pipping. Yeah, you know how I did it. It's the Atlanta Zone 6. You know how a young nigga kick it. Yeah, boy, I'm so smooth and so cool. Young nigga like a movie. Live my life like Tom Cruise. Black boy with the shit. You see the melanin. Young nigga doing shit just for the hell of it. Heaven ass nigga. You can't even drip this type of melanin. God got me shining in places you ain't even stepping in. Nigga, this shit so real, nigga, I could do it. That's all I understand, nigga. This shit is all fluid. Nigga, freestyle, even do it without the music. Bring me a beat, it don't matter. I'ma still get to it. Lil' shawty so cool, lil' shawty so mean. She ain't never seen a young nigga do it so clean. No bald head, nigga. You see these dreads on a king? Get the fuck out of my face if you ain't talking about regime. Royalty, nigga, loyalty, nigga. I'm a king, nigga. Let me wash my eyes, nigga. My ice just bling, nigga. Nigga, I ain't even got ice on the G. Got money in the car, got pipes on the T. Niggas talking about they cold, but they ain't ice like the kid. What the fuck? I'm freezing, dog. You ain't ice like this here. I be chilling with the bars and smooth. Y'all niggas be talking thing, but they don't do it like I do. MacBook or Apple. Nigga, I'm in the New York with the cools. I bring it back to the A and I keep it smoothity smooth.
Ooh.
Take your shoes when you step in my car. I mean, you ain't seen it do a nigga by far. I feel like Drake in 2010 when he made So Far Gone. Used to land his own sticks to do it from my home. It's the kid.
It's the kid.
Okay.
Look, and he came ready with it, and then he said, "You know what? I'm gonna give you a little more icing on the top, man. A little extra whipped cream at the end, man. Throw a little freestyle together, man.
That nigga know.
That was dope,
games,
though.
Bro.
That was dope, man. We appreciate
Put some respect
that,
on his
man.
name.
Well, anything else you want to tell the people about what you got coming? I know you already talked about Bay a little bit there earlier, but
Bay's coming.
Yep.
Working on a project. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
My label's called Well Bred.
Well Bred, okay.
Well Bred sounds, well bred music. You know what it is, a lifestyle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know, when you look up the word well bred, that means it's something that's brought up nice, you know what I'm saying? Well rooted, you feel me? Family values, that's what we peeping, right?
Yeah.
So my name of my debut album is gonna be called All Is Well.
All is well.
So, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people think I be going through the bullshit and going through a lot of problems, stress and all this shit, but I'm just here to tell them, like, yo, I know I go through all this shit, but you dealing with a real nigga with this shit, and all is well. You feel me? So yeah.
And all is well.
All is well coming.
But you know, everybody that's gonna be on the label, I'm gonna bring to this game. It's gonna be well bred. So all is well. You dig?
My man.
All right.
Kota, thank you again, man, for sitting down with us and having some fun, man. You went in today too.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
He was free. He was free flowing. You know, he probably one of the most relaxed artists that we had on the show. Just, you know, letting it all fall out on the table, and we appreciate that. That's what we want, Solidify. We want you to be yourself, man. We let them opinions fly. So once again, it's your boy King Shiz.
It's your man Ali the Great.
It's Lola B.
Kota Santez checking in with y'all. What's happening?
Solidified, baby. We out of here.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the King, Kota Santez, man. I've been solidified. You need to subscribe to Solidified Podcast, and you need to get solidified as well. You feel me? So yeah, you know what it is. All is well.